I salute you all this morning. Dr. Fiju Ratanzi, the Chancellor, University of Nairobi, Professor Juri Ojiambo, Chair of the University of Nairobi Council, Council members here present today, university staff, other students, friends of University of Nairobi, my family members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Madam Chancellor, thank you for graciously presiding over my installation as the 8th Vice-Chancellor of this university. Thank you also for wishing me well in the journey I have begun to embark on. I confirm with humility that I solemnly and respectfully accept the honor to serve my country in this position. To all of you, I'm humbly honored by your presence this morning. Albeit most of you virtually. What a privilege it is to commune with family, friends, colleagues, students, government representatives, and well-wishers in today's ceremony. I do not take it for granted that you have spared your precious time to join us in ushering in a new dispensation heralding restored hope and renewed expectations. I wish, in a special way, to pay tribute to my wife, Teresa. Teresa, you have always supported me in prayers. Always held fort and kept the family afloat. You have fervently kept faith and always wished me well. You have made home a place to unwind in the midst of the noise and haste of this world. You are really a pillar of strength, and I cherish your companionship. To Gitahi and Wajogo, you have had, obviously, to contend with many days of my absence. To my parents, the late Mzee Gitahi Kafoa and Mama Teresa Wajogo. Thank you for all your sacrifices. I'm a little emotional, so I will continue slowly and then I pick up. Yeah. I'll definitely pick up very well at. My father spent some years in detention in the liberation struggle. I have no doubt that if he is alive today, he'll be very, very happy. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to skip that. It's a little heavy on me. I'm grateful to my friend and mentor, Professor Peter Gear. Interacting with him in the course of my PhD studies in Switzerland, I got a new appreciation of life. I learned to listen keenly, deeply, and patiently, and to tolerate, respect, divergent opinion and stances. Beyond ensuring that I received the best exposure in my training, Professor Gear opened his home, and I enjoyed his enlightening company. To all who trusted me to serve in different leadership positions, to my students who gave me the opportunity to mold and mentor them, to those who quietly whispered a prayer for me and wished me well, to my nursery school teacher, Mama Eunice, who by teaching me how to read and write, opened the world to me, to those who awarded me scholarships to study here and abroad, I say thank you. May the Lord continue to bless you and to expand your bounties. To my 7 predecessors, I salute you. In the larger schemes of things, your individual and collective contribution have made the fruits that we enjoy today. I particularly wish to thank Professor Crispus Kiama, who, despite my young age, had faith in me to appoint me as Associate Dean and Acting Dean of the faculty. Professor, I hope I have not let you down. My role of gratitude also goes to our Chancellor, Dr. Vijora Tansi, Minister of Education, the Public Service Commission, and the Council for finding me worthy of this appointment. You can count on me to stay truthful to the values and tradition of this institution. As I reflect my life and the many ups and downs encountered along the way, I'm reminded that whenever the going got tough, great men and women that I associated with stepped up, and together we surmounted the obstacles. With your collective support, no obstacle will be too high to surmount, no barrier too big to overcome, no burden too heavy to bear, and no storm too strong to withstand. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not possible to share all the ideas that I have from this pedestal I have been afforded today. Allow me, therefore, to share just a snippet of my considered thoughts on the paths we need to embark on to advance the University of Nairobi onto the trajectory to excellence. In 2016, the Chancellor recommended a visitation of the university. The visitation, in its wisdom, observed that one of the constraints impeding institutional planning and management for productivity, efficiency, and resources at the university was the absence of a coordinated university-wide data management and access system. We therefore need to invest our energies and resources towards setting up a comprehensive and integrated data management system that will entail re-engineering our business processes and embedding the use of technology in the curriculum, content delivery, human resource management, financial management, student management, including the administration of examinations, research grants management, timetabling, to name but a few. Data will change how decisions are made, optimize deployment of resources, and improve overall systemic output. In the competitive environment that we find ourselves in, leveraging verifiable data to lower decision turnaround time, to seize time sensitive opportunities and to make better predictions to outsmart competition cannot be gainsaid. Secondly, the university has over the years grown in size and complexity. To stay in step with the needs of the university, I believe that there is compelling need to refresh our management, administrative, oversight, and governance structures. This will entail elimination of redundant and overlapping systems, processes, structures, and reporting centers in the building of top-bottom flow of power, resources, responsibility, and accountability to the lowest levels, and the institutionalization of efficient decision and policy making and the implementation at every level. At least you heard the CS also referring to this matter. Thirdly, we need to embark on the path of fit-for-purpose training. We need to look at our university course offering and assess the level to which they respond to market, industries, societal, and environmental needs, as well as to weed out redundant and overlapping courses and programs. Additionally, we should interrogate the depth of substance coverage insofar as delivery of curricula and inculcation of practical skills are concerned. Integrate industry in our teaching and research. Review our research exploits to encourage vertical progression in the pursuit of new knowledge. Standardize and laterally integrate our curricula and integrate entrepreneurial spirit and culture throughout our programs. Lastly, we need to recalibrate our metrics of world-class talent to make deliberate efforts toward internationalization. The three proposed interventions go hand in hand with the financial reforms. These reforms are geared toward institutionalizing prudent financial management and controls, efficient and participatory budget formulation mechanisms, fiscal and budgetary discipline, efficient payment and receipts management and banking services, and the systems to check revenue leakage, optimal utilization of resources, cross-cutting reduction of wastage, and a review of financial viability of income-generating activities in the university. It should go further to include reform of procurement functions to maximize efficiency, increase transparency and accountability, and deliver value for money. An efficient and optimal internal financial ecosystem will allow the university to move with confidence towards scaling external resource mobilization with a high level of confidence that any cent received, at the very least, will lead a 100% value for money. The net effect of these measures is an increased university value proposition, making us the destination of choice for both local and international students, scholars, innovators, and industry, and the preferred knowledge partner for government as regard ideas, solutions, consultants, and policy directions are the critique. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last few weeks, I've been asked how I will fix the financial shortfall. To answer this, we ought to view the university as the sum of her systems and processes. In my view, we should internally take a three-step approach. Fix the leaking ship, because if we don't, we drown. Trim our coat according to our size. And finally, grow the top line. With efficient systems, structures, processes, curriculum, and financial systems, we will eradicate internal wastage and achieve optimal resource utilization, attract quality students to our classrooms, and draw the best mind across the globe. Assuredly, the savings made will purposefully offset the deficit until such a time that we break even and bring financial sustainability close to reality. Externally, we implore the government, as the sponsor of public education in Kenya, to deliberately channel more resources into our universities. And I'm glad today we have the CAS for education, Mr. Sak Kenodia. Before I conclude, permit me some latitude to briefly take off my cap as head of administration and speak as a professor and the academic head of this university. By and within law, members of academic staff are accorded freedom in their teaching, research, and any other endeavor to question and to receive wisdom, to put forth new ideas, and to state opinions. The question that begs all of us and begs me is this: have all our members of staff exercised this freedom for the benefit of the country? The answer to this question may in some way explain the situation we find ourselves in as a country. Allow me to tell a story to illustrate what, in my view, is the prevailing situation. A scientist placed 5 monkeys in a cage. In the middle of the cage, and far beyond the reach of the monkeys, he placed a lander with a bunch of bananas at the top. That for the monkeys to reach the bananas, they have to go up the lander. Every time a monkey went up the lander, the scientist soaked it with cold water. Those that did not join this adventure also received a similar punishment, those which were also in the same cage. After a while, the temptation of the bananas was too great, and another monkey began to climb the lander. Again, the scientist soaked that monkey with cold water alongside the rest of the monkeys with cold water. Soon, every time a monkey went up the lander, all the others beat it up. After some time, no monkey dared to go up the lander, notwithstanding the temptation of the bananas. Thereafter, the scientist decided to substitute one of the monkeys. The first thing the new monkey did was to go up the lander to get the bananas. Immediately, the other monkeys which were on the cage beat it up. After several beatings, the new member learned not to climb the ladder, even though he never knew why. So because the other monkeys which were on the ladder beat it up, although this time there was no pouring of cold water to any monkey. The monkey participated in the beating of the second monkey. A third monkey was changed, and the same beating was repeated by the all monkeys, including the one that joined, without knowing why this monkey is being beaten. The fourth was substituted, and the beating was repeated. And finally, the fifth monkey was replaced. What was left was a group of 5 monkeys that, much as they were never subjected to a cold shower or any beating, continued to beat up any monkey who attempted to climb the ladder. If it were possible to ask the monkeys why they beat up all those who attempted to go up the ladder, perhaps the answer would be, I don't know. But that's how things are done here. We don't eat those monkeys, those bananas, even when we are hungry. Why? We don't know why. But this is how we live here. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a society where those who dare question why and why not are running out of space to call home. Like the monkeys in this story, we are increasingly breeding men and women of great uniformity, lacking in moral spine to question why things are done the way they are done here. The true purpose of education is to replace this kind of doing things with an open one of innovation, of necessity. We must regain this foothold in our universities and create an environment that fosters intellectual curiosity, one that nurtures the ability to question and test received wisdom, in search for truth and one that accommodates divergent views. Together, we can create a world that does not condemn independent and free thinkers to the very bottom of the food chain, just because they hold the view contrary to ours, contrary to how we do the things here. Together, we can create a university that accommodates outliers. This would be the right environment for creating and fostering new knowledge, and with it, solutions to human afflictions. We have seen the reactions even with COVID. There are those who want to behave just like it has been before. Even when we are talking about teaching and learning and the examination, there are those who are saying, this is not how we do things here. Here we do them differently. So I keep on asking them, here when? We have COVID now. When is it ending? Wacha tugoje ishe. Because they want to be frozen to the past, how we do things here. The university is an environment of innovation and coming with new ways of doing things, new approaches. And we must always feel that anytime we feel we are very comfortable, then we know that something is wrong. We must, at any one time, innovate and come with new ways of doing things, not the way we do it here. In recent times, infringement on and even attempt to steal academic freedom and functional autonomy of universities through extra registration and the executive overreach have come to the fore. I'm, however, happy to note that the session paper number 1 of 2019 stipulates that government long-term policy is to provide a framework for a sustainable, competitive, and autonomous national university system. It is my humble plea that all concerned parties will act in a manner that best fortifies the twin principles of functional autonomy and academic freedom enshrined in our laws. Finally, as we roll up our sleeves and get to work, I'm conscious of the huge burden of responsibility weighing heavily on my shoulders. I, Stephen Kiama, am neither a miracle worker nor one that possesses the monopoly of knowledge. I'm neither a magician nor one that can break God. I'm just the leader of the band. I promise to serve with honesty, diligence, and humility. I promise to be firm and fair, to lend a listening ear to you and to your concerns, and to as much as is humanly possible, to make decisions grounded on the law. In return, I appeal to you and the students to make every effort to recalibrate our collective culture and attitudes towards teamwork, upholding discipline and integrity, commitment to duty and scholarship, efficiency and excellence. With your support, and the dedication of time and energies in honest service to this university, we are set to reach the promised land and build an enduring legacy of academic excellence. In faith, we reclaim our glory and build our academic edifice that will inspire fresh hope and push the frontiers of university education locally, regionally, and internationally. If you allow, the University of Nairobi is sailing a new tide. And talking of times and their curious ways, Shakespeare couldn't have put it better when he said, "There is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood leads on the fortune. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bowed in shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat, and we must take the current when it serves, or lose our ventures. Together, I am confident we can seize the tide and secure our ventures. Let us now retreat to our stations of work and dedicate our efforts and energies in the spirit of pulling together, unitate et labore, unite in labor. May God give us grace to serve. Thank you, and God bless you all.